What if your inner voice sounded less like a heckler and more like your best future boss, calm, clear, and great at pep talks? Most of us don't lack skill. We lack steady confidence. Affirmations aren't magic spells, but science shows they work. They lower stress, boost performance, and reinforce self-worth. Unlike power poses, affirmations tied to your real values and strengths make a measurable difference. Here are 10 you can use to show up at work with more confidence. Number 10. I add value here, and I can show it today. This works because it grounds confidence in contribution, not ego. You don't need to believe you're the smartest in the room, just that you bring something useful today. Self-affirmation research shows this reframing reduces anxiety and keeps you steady under pressure. So when doubt whispers, "Why am I even here?" you can counter with, "Because I bring value," and also the calendar invited me, Karen. Pair it with one simple action, like jotting down 3 points to share, and suddenly you're ready to contribute with both science and sass. Number 9. Prepared beats perfect. I'm prepared. Perfectionism is one of the biggest thieves of confidence at work. You don't need a Nobel Prize to know that staying up until 1 a.m. tweaking slide animations doesn't build real self-assurance. What does is preparation. Research shows that affirmations reduce pressure and defensiveness, helping people make better decisions when stressed. Saying prepared beats perfect, I'm prepared, reminds you that success is built on readiness, not flawless execution. This statement is particularly powerful before presentations, pitches, or high-visibility meetings. When you ground your confidence in preparation, you quiet the anxious urge to over-polish. Imagine yourself saying it at midnight, staring at slide number 17. The affirmation gives you permission to shut the laptop knowing you've done enough. After all, gradients impress exactly 0 CFOs. Number 8. My ideas are worthy, and I can explain them clearly. Confidence at work often falters not because we lack good ideas, but because we worry about whether they are worthy of attention. This affirmation hits both sides of the equation. First, your ideas matter, and second, you can communicate them clearly. Self-affirmation research shows that people who affirm their values become less defensive and more open to feedback. In practice, this means that affirming both worth and clarity helps you share ideas while staying receptive to questions. Before presenting a contrarian approach or an innovative proposal, repeating, "My ideas are worthy and I can explain them clearly," shifts your posture from apologetic to assured. Pair it with a practical communication strategy. Paraphrase any skeptical question and follow with one data point before answering. This simple move demonstrates clarity, builds trust, and shows that your confidence isn't just in your ideas, it's in your ability to articulate them well. Number 7. I learn out loud. Mistakes are data. Confidence isn't about being flawless, it's about bouncing back. Research on psychological safety shows teams thrive when people can speak up without fear. This affirmation reminds you that mistakes aren't disasters. They're data points. So when you miss a detail or blank in Q&A, instead of spiraling, you can think, cool, free learning material. Better yet, share the fix or prevention step with your team. Suddenly your oops becomes collective progress. Mistakes don't make you look incompetent. They make you look like a lab in motion. Number 6. I can do hard things. One clear step at a time. Big projects often feel like bowls of spaghetti, tangled, overwhelming, and impossible to untangle. This affirmation cuts through that paralysis by reminding you that hard things are possible if broken into small, doable steps. Research on self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to execute tasks, shows a strong positive link with performance. Believing you can do hard things is not delusional. It's the mental fuel that keeps you tackling them step by step. Confidence here doesn't mean certainty of success. It means confidence in your ability to start and persist. Next time you feel overwhelmed, repeating, "I can do hard things," one clear step at a time, while outlining a 3-step plan turns chaos into clarity. Add a 20-minute timer to tackle the first step, and you'll be surprised at how quickly the fog of dread lifts. Courage, it turns out, loves timers. Number 5. I speak to myself like a coach, not a critic. Few things destroy workplace confidence faster than the voice of your inner critic. Studies and meta-analyses show that positive self-talk improves performance, particularly when it is instructional and motivational. Shifting from "I'll blow this" to "focus on your first 2 minutes" makes a measurable difference. This affirmation sets the tone for upgrading that voice from heckler to coach. Imagine stepping into a high-stakes demo. The critic in your head starts rehearsing disaster scenarios, pausing to affirm, "I speak to myself like a coach, not a critic," allows you to catch that spiral and replace it with specific guidance. Breathe. Lead with clarity. Land the key point. Over time, this practice transforms self-talk from corrosive commentary into actual performance coaching. Think of it as switching the voice in your head from that of a grumpy internet troll to that of a supportive mentor with a headset mic. Number 4. Your name. Breathe. You're capable and ready. Third-person self-talk might sound odd, but research shows it reduces emotional reactivity under stress. Referring to yourself by name creates just enough psychological distance to cool down your nerves. Before a tough conversation or presentation, affirming "Sarah, breathe, you're capable and ready" slows your pulse and reminds you that you are not your anxiety. You are a person who can act despite it. This affirmation works especially well in moments when stress becomes physical. You feel your heart pounding or your throat tightening. Whispering your name with an instruction creates a calming effect without requiring extra mental gymnastics. It's subtle, science-backed, and far less awkward than giving yourself a pep talk in the restroom mirror. Unless, of course, that's your ritual, in which case, carry on. Number 3. I can handle uncertainty and ask for what I need. Confidence often falters when uncertainty rises, project scopes shift, timelines wobble, or expectations blur. Affirming, "I can handle uncertainty and ask for what I need" acknowledges that not everything is in your control, but reminds you that requesting clarity is within your power. Self-affirmation studies show that reflecting on core values reduces sensitivity to threat, making you more open and flexible. This affirmation equips you to face ambiguity with composure while reinforcing your right to ask for the tools or information required. Instead of quietly panicking as the project scope mushrooms, you can calmly request a clear spec or timeline. That small, confident act of asking signals both competence and agency. The affirmation makes you less a victim of shifting tides and more a navigator of them. Number 2. I belong in this room, even when I'm still learning. Imposter feelings are widespread. Studies estimate that anywhere from 9% to 82% of people experience them, depending on context. That means when you sit in a meeting, silently wondering if you're a fraud, odds are someone else is too. The affirmation, I belong in this room, even when I'm still learning, directly counters imposter syndrome by affirming both belonging and the right to learn. Instead of feeling pressured to overprove your worth, you anchor yourself in presence and curiosity. This affirmation is particularly helpful for those who are new, young, or the only in a room. Rather than trying to mask inexperience, you can confidently ask clarifying questions or share observations. Each time you speak up, you reinforce your place at the table, not by claiming mastery you don't yet have, but by participating fully in the process of learning. Number 1, I'm here to make progress, not to perform perfection. The final affirmation addresses perfectionism, the arch nemesis of workplace confidence. By affirming, I'm here to make progress, not to perform perfection, you remind yourself that the goal is forward movement, not flawless optics. Research shows that self-affirmation reduces pressure's harmful effects and supports choices aligned with long-term goals. In practical terms, this affirmation helps you avoid getting trapped in endless revisions and overwork. Imagine yourself tweaking the same slide for the 4th time. Instead of succumbing to the belief that perfection is required, you affirm your commitment to progress, send the draft, and invite feedback. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from moving forward, learning, and improving along the way. And that's it. If you found this video helpful, hit that like and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, breathe. Remind yourself you're capable and keep making progress. You've got this.